Today on Matters of Fact, Attorney Jude Sabio was the first to file a complaint against President Rodrigo Duterte before the International Criminal Court in 2017. Now, he claimed that the president committed crimes against humanity, citing the extrajudicial killings in his drug war. But just this week, Sabio withdrew his communication, saying he didn't want to be part of the opposition's political propaganda against the president. Atty.Sabio sits down with us in this exclusive interview. We're also joined by Attorney Larry Gadon, who's assisting Attorney Jude Sabio. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Christian.
I'll start with Attorney Jude Sabio, just to make things clear. You already withdrew your communication before the ICC. Now, are you saying that the allegations contained in that communication originally were not true?
No. At issue in this withdrawal is the issue of interest of justice. In the preliminary examination in the ICC, interest of justice is a paramount standard. In other words, the case must pass the test of whether or not it is in the interest of justice. In this case, events have shown, especially the Bicoy scandal, that the Senator Trillanes, Senator De Lima, Father Alejo, and the LP-led opposition are motivated by nothing else but political propaganda. In other words, they are not interested at all in the interest, they are not interested in justice.
But just to be clear, the allegations that you included in the communication, were they true? Or are you now saying they were not?
I'm going back to what I said. No? The issue here is interest of justice. Now, since the opposition has been shown to have acted not in the interest of justice in the Bicoy controversy, then in the ICC, they cannot also claim an interest for justice. So, in other words, in the preliminary examination, it cannot be said that the situation is in the interest of justice. Now, remember that in the ICC, the interest of justice is paramount. Why? Because even if you comply with the other requisites, including complementarity and jurisdiction, the case will be rejected. It will not continue to investigation if you do not comply with the paramount standard of interest of justice.
Oh, pero I just want to go to the very basic of the allegations, because you cited a lot of reasons for withdrawing the allegations against the president. Pero yung una bang nilagay yung accusations dun sa complaint, sinasabi nyo ngayon na hindi totoo?
No, what I'm saying is that the situation stated in my communication cannot proceed to investigation. Why? Because it is not in the interest of justice.
But were they true?
Well, the implications should be...
The implications
would be they are not true.
My withdrawal...
Because if it is not already in the interest of justice, then they are not true.
Yeah. The withdrawal presents a serious and grave doubt about the merit of the case.
Yes.
Okay. Because the case is no longer in the interest of justice, and therefore, in my withdrawal, I urged Prosecutor Bensoda to drop the case.
Pero
because the case is no longer tenable.
Tenable because
no
of the
longer
reasons
legally
that you cited.
tenable, because it is just being used not in the interest of justice but in the interest of politics.
But why don't you just say na the allegations contained were not true?
No, I lawyered for Edgar Matubato. I lawyered for Las Cañas. I cannot say what is true, no, in regards to their testimony. But what I can say is that even the video presented by Vice President Robredo in that UN event appears to be doubtful in light of that Bicoy incident. If they can invent videos to destroy the president, it is very likely also that that video is false.
So
Falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus.
Yeah.
Falsity in one is falsity in all.
So that's the argument.
But that's my argument. That brings a very serious doubt and question about the veracity and credibility of the claim.
Now, when did you realize
that 7,000 deaths occurred in the war on drugs? It's a factual issue.
Okay, pero when did you realize this?
Okay.
That there are questions, there are serious doubts about the allegations because your name is on that communication.
Yeah. It's simple. The Bicoy scandal erupted. I was recruited by Senator Trillanes to be the lawyer for Bicoy. That in itself is the last straw on this matter. Why? Senator Trillanes directed me to go to the ICC. And then he recruited me to become the lawyer for Bicoy, whom he claimed to have failed his vetting. Isn't that deception? Isn't that dishonesty? Using me in that shenanigan when before he directed me to go to the ICC? I cannot accept that.
Okay. Now, just to be clear, were you paid? Did someone pay you to withdraw your communication against the president?
You know, I deny vehemently that I was paid by anybody. My withdrawal came to my mind when when my article Abyss of No Return became controversial. I already wanted to withdraw. I talked this out with Mike Navalio of ABS-CBN. And he asked me if I was willing to go in public. I said I wasn't ready yet. This may be the proper time for me to do. And along the way, Attorney Gadon and I came to discuss the matter, and because at one time I was interviewed by Erwin Tulfo in his program, and Attorney Gadon said that he wanted to talk to me, and somewhere along the way, our paths came together.
Kasi clarify natin, what is the status of your relationship with Attorney Gadon? Because so far, are you still suspended or no more?
We are
I'm
brothers.
suspended until January 25.
25. But
That is a voluntary suspension.
But is that the reason why you're not lawyering for him now officially?
I don't think I'd have to to act as lawyer for Attorney Jude Sabio because he is a very good lawyer.
Yeah, precisely. But why are you in the picture?
Well, to facilitate only the withdrawal.
The withdrawal of the ICC complaint.
Yes.
But who prepared this actual withdrawal, the text?
It's Attorney Jude Sabio.
Okay. So you were the one who prepared that?
I prepared everything, that withdrawal, and everything in it is true and correct. I deny the accusation, the allegation of Senator Lacson that it's just easy to say things under oath. I value my oath as a person, and I value my oath as a lawyer.
But won't this withdrawal also destroy or affect your credibility because of the things that you said in the original communication?
Of course not. I'm not saying that Matubato and Las Cañas lied. I'm only saying that that case is no longer in the interest of justice, and I'm acting in the interest of justice. And I hope that Prosecutor Bensoda will realize that that case, directed by Senator Trillanes, Senator De Lima, and Father Alejo, and the rest of them, is purely part of politics. I never thought about politics before the Bicoy scandal erupted. It was only after that when I realized that these people are motivated by nothing else but politics. They only intend to destroy the president of this country, and I will never accept that. I went to the ICC thinking and advocating for justice, not for politics against President Duterte.
Okay.
But when the Bicoy scandal erupted, my mind changed, my heart changed. I am now acting in the interest, in the same manner that I acted in the interest of justice in going to the ICC, I'm acting in the interest of justice in withdrawing my communication.
But for the common observer, the question might be this: why should they believe you now?
You look at the reality. There was the Bicoy scandal. They invented videos, they invented lists, accusing many people, including the family of the president, in involvement in the drug syndicate. That by itself alone will compel them to believe me. I'm not acting without any basis. There is a basis for this, a factual basis in the Bicoy scandal.
Okay.
I will not accept that.
Okay, because technically we can separate propaganda from reality. For example, it's possible that the allegations that you included in the original communication were true, but being used for propaganda purposes.
Remember,
that's why I was clarifying whether what you said originally were now not true.
I think, Christian,
Sige.
the statements of Matubato and Las Cañas were also not true. Because from the very start, you can see the grand design of putting up all these things in order to create a propaganda against President Duterte.
in light
But
of
why
the
are you not saying that?
Yeah. In light of the Bicoy scandal.
Yes, and that Bicoy
In
scandal
light of the
proves
Bicoy
everything.
scandal, it now becomes clear that there is a serious doubt even about the statements of Matubato, and Las Cañas. What if Matubato and Las Cañas are the same as Bicoy?
Yeah.
What if it was also produced